Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's actually morning here. Saturday morning. This actually is the last day of my busy season for doing audio. I'm an audio engineer by trade. That's what I went to school for. IT guy. Tech support. I'm here to eat your cookies. I do that by necessity. But yeah, today is the last show that I'm doing for the season. It's been a crazy, rough year. I'll stand in the shade because it's going to be hot today. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about is the garden and the struggles I've had this year, despite the fact of working crazy hours and not neglecting, but not being able to put the time into the garden that I want to put into it. One of the things that we discovered was I think I overwatered my potatoes. Off of 2 rows, I've got maybe 40 pounds of potatoes. And then the other 3 rows, if I'm lucky, I got 20 pounds of potatoes. So 60 pounds of potatoes off of maybe 8 pounds of planting. No, it'd be more than that. And surprisingly enough, my Redskins, which I got the most of, were, if I'm not mistaken, those were left over from last year. So that makes me happy. But for everybody that has their pack of SHTF seeds, if the market crashes, if the grocery store is closed and they don't have food, I'll just go plant a garden. Well, I hate to say it. You might as well give me the seeds and just die of starvation, because that's what's going to happen to you. After doing this for decades, you get a bad year like this and you try something different, and lo and behold, you don't get the product, the produce that you want. The only canning I've done so far, or no, I have not done any canning this year. My green beans are pathetic. Normally I try to get 60 quarts and I've got 0. I was hoping to have a couple 100 pounds of potatoes, and I'm at like 60. So this chubby boy is going to get skinny or would get skinny if it wasn't for everything still being halfway decent. Only thing that's still a question is the sweet potatoes, and not sure how they're doing. I've backed the watering way off. One place I'm doing shows is a lavender farm, and they've got a really knowledgeable agricultural lead there at the farm. She's not totally versed in vegetables, but we were talking the other day because I told her, hey, I only got a small handful of potatoes, and kind of talking through with her, we may have overwatered. She said with root vegetables, it's best to underwater after they're established, so that way the root system gets, it goes deep for good roots. It strives for, or it digs down for water, which gives you better roots. So that's something I got to change. So I went from watering a little every day to I'm doing 1.5 hours every 3 days. So hopefully that will cause the rest of the root vegetables that are in the ground, like the beets and the carrots. Carrots have been good. We've been eating carrots, so those haven't been horrible. But yeah. So our pumpkin is the only thing in the patch that survived. Blue Hubbard and butternut didn't do. Blue Hubbard got attacked by the squash beetles, and even twice a day going after them. I could not keep them off to keep the plants alive. So if you got SHTF seeds in storage, get them out next spring, put a garden in the ground, and buy more seeds. And do it year after year, because it's a learning curve. It's just not throw seeds in the ground and give it some water and then eat your harvest. There's a lot to do. Weeding, bug prevention, pest control. So it's not what we wanted. So it's like our corn. I missed picking it in time, so it got overripe, got really starchy, not good to eat. So we actually left the corn so we can let it dry out, and then we have seed for next year. So I think next year I'm going to plant it later, so that way it's not ready in July, it's ready in August. Because my Julys tend to be super duper busy. So, well, that's a garden update. I'm sorry it's been so long. Like I said, I did 25 dates, shows in a month and a half, or 2 months, I should say. So, quite busy on there. Plus, keeping everybody's computers running. Yeah, it's been a task. Thankfully, none of my systems were hit by that big, I forget what it was. The one that took down the airports. So I don't use that software. So I try to keep things simple for my clients. Keep them working. So, alrighty, there's my update. Now that it's slower, I'm gonna keep it up. So, give you another shot of the garden here before we leave. So it looks pretty pathetic. No, barely any potatoes. And this is the row that gave us the most. Yep, so they gave us the most potatoes. That one didn't. We've been eating carrots. So, and here, I'll walk over and I'll show you the green beans. Or the lack of green beans. There's not much there. So, alrighty. Be diligent. Keep doing the things. Because it's getting really kind of crazy out there. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 60 days. Be blessed. Till next time. Later.